What about Qatar? This is a mess.
Either the policy goes or the minister goes, you can't solve this, the government. It's clearly a protectionist decision made to support Qantas. And in the past, all governments did it, Tim, because airline slots are very, very valuable and tightly controlled by governments all over the world. Qatar is subsidised by the Qatar government. Qantas doesn't fly to Doha. I know the arguments Qantas would have made to the government and to the Minister for Transport. Problem is, she makes a decision on July 10 and doesn't adequately explain why she prevented Qatar coming in, which at this time would lower fares and would increase capacity. And you can see everyone's running away from it. Prime Minister says he didn't know she made the decision, Catherine King. Treasurer says he didn't know. Assistant Treasurer says he didn't know. Minister for Transport says he didn't know. So she didn't consult widely. But the problem for the government is the Prime Minister's office would have known, because the system is that an advisor to the Prime Minister is given 3 or 4 ministers to look after. That person knew. Now, did that advisor elevate it higher to the Chief of Staff, possibly in a memo buried in Anthony Albanese's briefcase? We don't know. But the point is, this is not going away. It's a bad decision. It's the wrong decision at the moment. And you either come out and say it was a mistake, and Qatar will have a limited access to Sydney and Melbourne, or the minister won't survive.
John Farnham's song, The Voice, the problem with the song, it's a great song, elevated his career again, and it changed his life, but you're the voice, try and understand it.
Yeah,
what do you think?
Yeah, the irony is that unfortunately selecting John Farnham's voice has allowed more ridicule of the situation argument. All you can say is that a week's gone by, there's only 5 to go, and there's still no improvement in the yes vote. It's headed for defeat.
It's going to be hard, isn't it? It's going to be hard to see it get up. And I suppose they always say timing is never right, but 11 interest rate rises, cost of living, it's hard for people to want to understand when they're struggling.
Correct. And people are struggling, Tim. The economic data is unmistakable. The interest rate of 4.1, thankfully, it's been held for 3 consecutive months. But the point is, people have borrowed a great deal more because housing is so expensive. And renters are struggling. We've got low unemployment. Inflation has stabilised. So that's all good, but the underlying issues of growth in Australia, we've got a terrible growth rate, Tim. It's 0.4% in the June quarter, 0.4% in the March quarter, which means we're not growing as a government, as a country. The government's not looking at productivity issues. The unions are getting everything they want. So there's a two-paced economy. Some people are doing well. Others are not, those in retail, some in hospitality, and certainly home borrowers and renters are the worst off.
And you can't have a crack at these people that went and took money out because they were told by the RBA there would be no interest rate rises for a long period of time, and they've been smacked in the head by it. Look, we've been smacked in the head by time. We've only got a certain amount of time. It's been great, and we'll do it again next week.
Indeed.
All right, beautiful.